Hello and welcome to my project pan for 2026. This is the update for month 5 and month 6, and I put it together because although I'm making really good progress and I'm super happy at how far I've come in the last 6 months, it is relatively slow and steady, so I thought it's more interesting to just have one update. And yeah, if you really do enjoy this video, please give it a like, share with me how you're doing on your own project pan in the comments below. And now we will see the footage for the last 2 months, and then I will be back in this reality again for the numbers at the end. I have some progress to share for month 5, but first little update is I have invested in a better audio, more for myself because I hate having to listen to bad audio when I'm editing these videos together, but hopefully you also appreciate it. And yeah, I've been a little bit behind on filming things and saying as I finish them because life and school. So we have a couple of things to go through. The first is that I think last week actually finished the hyaluronic acid. It is now completely empty. This product took me, I think, a year and 3 months to use. I want to say maybe a bit around that amount, and I was using it every day because I was just using like 1 or 2 drops, so it does last a really long time. And yeah, it's definitely something I would repurchase again in the future. I really enjoy this to add a bit more moisturizer. I've also finished another toothpaste, which I'm still confused at my own self for including like toothpaste and toothbrushes in the project pan, but anyway, we're doing that. And then I just obviously repurchased the same one at some point to replace that because that's just how toothpaste work. It's not very fancy at all. Yeah, in here I don't really have so much more progress. This is just my makeup remover. I think this line is not moving down very much at all. It's a very slow journey. I am still using this eye cream pretty regularly, well, every couple of days, but there's no way to see it and to understand where I am at all in the process. So just gonna keep working with it and see what happens. I really want to finish these. I always forget to use them because yeah, they're just like some kind of cleansing pads, but they're not super necessary like as a part of my routine. Like I don't feel like I miss them when they're not there. So, but I need to remind myself to use them. I'm here to say that I'm going to take a bath. I know it's a very interesting information, but basically this month I'm making some slow progress, so that's why I've been using up my samples. And now I'm going to use this one single-use item, which is this bath essence that I was given as a Christmas present. So come into the noisy bathroom and I will show you the glorious bath that I am running. It's just a tub of warm water. Hope you appreciate the really dodgy camera skills. Hello. So I wanted to update you on where we're at, because I've said last time that I'd finished this and then I never like explained what I continued on with. So yes, last time I just finished that. And what I decided to do was to start with this product. Now this isn't in my project pan. This was an item that was given to me by my friend. I do technically have in my little mini tiny shop this product, which is about, you know, the same thing, kind of like a hyaluronic acid serum. And the thing is, like, this hasn't been opened. It's good until 2027, the 11th 2027, so we've got like a good year and a half on it. And this one had already been opened and was started, so it just like, even though it's not in the project pan, I am just like working on this next, even though there is one. But hopefully you can follow my logic and realize that it is indeed the correct choice to make. And yeah, I started it quite a little while ago, obviously, because I've made quite a lot of progress. I put the line there, and this is also another 2 month together update because I've been making such slow progress. Also school and just things. So anyway, I guess that was quite some time ago. Now we've made some good progress. I actually do like this serum, and at the moment it's also been so hot that I have just been using this and not even been using moisturizer, like cleansing my face and everything, and then yeah, just putting that on, and it does a good job. The other thing that is now a little update is that my moisturizer that before was like, I think around here, is now at the point of upside down in a cup so that it like drains out and I can get the product. So that is another good little update. And then yeah, the only other things that I have kind of been using, which is not very exciting, which is why I kind of like don't film it, is just like some samples. Yeah, we have these ones, we have some Uriel ones. They're just like kind of different homeopathic creams. I think I've spoken about them before. I do like them. And then I also have my Weleda samples. So this has also been used up, but otherwise it's a little slow, I have to say. I don't have too many things here in my empties basket, unfortunately. And I will give you an update on the hand cream. That is something I'm desperately trying to finish, but for whatever reason this product just seems to go... I don't think you can see that because the light is over here. I can see it if I do this. And we have about this much left. So yeah, we started the product up here. Now we're down to there. So I have a little update from my shower products, which you can see all here, hidden behind my plant. My housemate's is on the other side, and these are mine on this side. And I want to talk about this product, which oh my god, I'm so sorry, which I have finished, and I am both happy about that because yay, another product done on the project pan. However, I'm super sad because I love this product and I have not seen it in the store in maybe like, I think I've been looking for a new one for at least 6 months or so, like since I started the project pan. And technically this did expire in 2024, so it's been a long time sitting around, and it's because I do use other products and I was trying to finish some other things. But also I only condition my hair once a week, and yeah, that's kind of my system. This is technically not a conditioner. This is an Aufbaukur. Sorry, my German is not pronounced correctly at all, but it's kind of like maybe more like a hair mask, you would say, even though that's not exactly what it says on there, but it's just for like strengthening and like protecting schützte. So sad because it's wonderful and I haven't seen it before, but also happy, one more thing done. And then in terms of what I have sitting in the shower, I do have 2 shampoos. This one is because I panicked at one point. I was so stressed from school that I was losing my hair, so I was using this. I guess it has worked, or I have just become less stressed because my hair is fine now. But usually I shampoo first with a more chemically shampoo, and then I will end with a more natural one. So one go, first shampoo, second shampoo. Then I was putting in the hair mask conditioner, and I leave that, and then I do the rest of my shower. I do have this conditioner that I have been using as well, like alongside it, which is why it's taken some time to finish, but I do not like this. This does nothing for me. It's just a pretty basic conditioner, and I just feel like it doesn't moisturize. It doesn't leave your hair anything afterwards, whereas this, like, it would moisturize. My hair would be so soft and silky, and also would just smell good. Like, if you have grown up with Weleda because your family are slightly anthroposophically inclined, or you've just used those products, you like know these smells. Dr. Hauschka and Weleda is just something of like my childhood, and so it always feels really comforting. I forgot to add that if you have a conditioner recommendation that is somewhat like in the sort of natural product selection, I shop at DM or Alnatura. So if you live in Germany or you know of a good recommendation that would be in one of these stores, please let me know, because I do not like the conditioner that I will definitely use up, but I will very quickly want to get a new one because there's only a little bit left, and I will be using it generously just so it can be done faster. Okay, thank you very much. So I'm getting ready to leave work and I am not really able to get any more out of this perfume. These little ones, it always happens, like there's still like technically this tiniest amount in, but I can never, maybe if I do a little bit like this, but I think personally we're gonna call this little guy finished. And like, I like it, it's been an okay smell, but I don't love it. This is I have no idea how on earth I'm meant to say that, and you can't see it either. By Perfume. This is like, I think, an Irish brand. My mum gave me a collection of these samples, and so I've been trying to use it up, but I can't really get any more out from shaking it, and I can't get any more out from spraying it, although I'm still cautious. Oh, there we go. So, finished. Another empty for the month. I'm so happy. And I still have one more little one that I'm working on. It also has a tiny bit left. I guess we're gonna do a combo of the two smells, but I will also pick out, I think, another one from my collection, because I like to have one or two at a time, just to have variety, you know? You don't want to get stuck on one scent. So I have this two Gucci's and the Chanel, which I'm kind of not wanting to finish because they smell very nice. It's like the Gucci Floral Collection, and then I think it's a classic number 5 Chanel. So I have Wild Rose, Harvest, Spring Harvest, Winter Woods. Okay, so technically it's summer, so none of those scents specifically work. Oh, I'm wrong, there is Summer Harvest. So we're gonna go with that one as my next one to use up, which means then 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 8 small perfumes left, and I still have some that I got from my friend, but are technically not in the project pan yet because I want to finish these first. So making progress. It's very exciting, even though it's very simple. It's just mini perfumes. This is the never-ending product. I've been trying to use it like daily to see if I can get it out of the collection. And it's like these, yeah, toning pads. I don't know. There's at least, like, the whole thing was full, and then we still have this many, which is at least like 30 days worth. And I'm like, never ending. But I guess it does something. I feel like a massive difference. Don't know if it really adds so much to my life, and also it's obviously like a single-use product. But we're getting there. There is some progress. We've gone from a full down to here, and that's what counts. Every little bit counts. So I have just finished another item. Now this is technically not in my project pan, but hold on, I'm gonna create a little makeshift tripod. But I'm gonna share it anyway. It's just like this cuprum cream. It's like a copper cream. It like brings some warmth into the body when you use it, and it has been sitting around for such a long time, and because I've been panning my other things, then it has inspired me to like finish it. So now I have another item that is finished, and I'm going to send it to recycling. This packaging I won't keep. Like, I have my little bag here of empties, but this one I'm just gonna throw away straight away because it's not part of the project pan. But I thought I'd add it in there. Like, every little thing finished is a win as far as I'm concerned, even if it isn't exactly on those specific numbers of the project. Another day, another attempt to use the spray. I washed my hair last night, so I feel like that was a good time, and it can actually absorb. Because when I do it when my hair isn't washed, I feel like I'm just putting spray on top of oil, and that is not so smart. There you go. A few spritz, we're on the way. Line, progress, success. And then we can brush it through. Brush it through. Oh, there's nothing better than clean hair. It's such a good feeling. And I'm really someone who like washes their hair once a week. So when I have clean hair, it's like really an experience. If you wash hair every day, I feel like you just don't know what it really feels like to have to wait so long and then eventually get to a place where you're like, no, we've gone too far. Now it's time for hair washing day. And this product is pretty much finished, I feel like. I've been trying to get every last bit, and there is still some stuff I think at the bottom of the bottle, which I was hoping gravity would do its thing, but maybe we have to use a combination of gravity and force. I mean, as you can see, there's not much coming out. Oh, I lied, there is a bit more coming out now. Alright, maybe there's, I thought we were done. Maybe there's another use or two. It's good to get the neck. I have finished my face cream and I'm super excited about it. So it is now done. I have pumped. I have used a little thingy-mabobby to wipe it on my face. I think I can't really seem to get any more out, although I continue to attempt. And I put my finger in as far as we go. I don't have a little spatula, so we're calling it finished, which I'm very, very happy about, because I have 2 or maybe 3 other moisturizers I want to get through. And then this next month I'm going to be traveling, so I have my trusty dandy travel toiletry thing with a carabiner, of course. And in here is where I have got my new moisturizer, which is this Laneige one, which I also traveled with earlier in the year in Easter time, because I just find this a way better travel companion than this one, because this is also glass, so it's more weight. So I'll be moving on to this one because it's just effective for what I'm planning to do in the next few weeks. And I also really like this Laneige moisturizer. I mean, it's a bit expensive, but it smells good. It does moisturize, and I always feel like I'm just slapping my face with a little bit of luxury when I use this product. I do really love this one as well. This is a Dermata, like more natural skincare, but this one does like absorb faster, or at least like the quality of the product is just designed this way. This one kind of sits around a little longer. This one also smells really nice. It smells like roses. And this is my second bottle, so I have repurchased this before, and this is also my second of this one. So I kind of like go back and forth. I do a little bit of natural activity, then I go back to a bit more conventionality, and then I go back and forth. So this is where we're at, and I think once I finish this, there might be 1, maybe 2 more left, and then I'm down to a good healthy balance. I have a little bit of a perfume update / dilemma that I would like to share with you. So first things first is I have finished the Good Girl perfume by Carolina Herrera. This one is now done. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not going to go out and buy a whole bottle. I'm not that obsessed with it, but it was good and I enjoyed the process of using it. The other perfume that I have forgotten to talk about in this month, because I don't like it, which is probably why I forgot to talk about it, is another one from their Baron perfume, this Irish perfume company. It's one called Frona, and it is super, super florally. I have been panning it, but I've been hate panning it. I have not enjoyed it at all. It's way too strong for me. And at some point the cap actually fell off, and then it wasn't spraying properly. And I tried to put a cap on from another bottle, but it wasn't working. It wasn't spraying, and so then I was just like whipping it out, because like it just did then. It does come out if you whip it, but I don't enjoy this. I'm hate panning it. I've taken it to this point anyway, and so I'm just calling it done. The cap fell off. I'm finished, and I don't like this product. So that's where I am with my perfumes. I still have 6 more here to go. However, and because I need another one. So basically at the moment I am working on the Summer Harvest by the Perfume company. It's in season. It's the right time to be working on it. Now this is enjoyable. I like it, but I always like to have 2 going at once, and one from this company and then one from another company because I have some others. Now my dilemma, like I said last time, is I have the 2 Gucci perfumes and the Chanel, and I don't want to finish these up. I want to hold on to those. And then the other 3 I have are all from the Perfume company. There's Wild Rose, Spring Harvest, and also Winter Woods, which, I mean, I guess I could use the rose, but the other 2 are not in the right season. So my thoughts were, either I start this giant bottle of perfume. This is by Santa Maria Novella, I think. I can't really see because the gold writing has faded, and this is a rose scent as well. But it is so big, I'm not really going to make solid progress even in the next 6 months, I think, because I don't use perfume too much, and I would prefer to get rid of more of the samples. And if you remember from last month, I received some products from my friend, but I chose not to bring them into the project pan because I didn't want to like mess up my numbers. And part of what I received from her was 11 mini little sample perfumes. So I've come to the idea, which is potentially somewhat quite illegal project pan activity, is to do a direct swap for 6 of these for the 6 that are currently counted for in my project pan. And some of these have like already been partially used, but I don't really care because I don't want to use them at the moment, and I'd prefer to start working on some of these scents, and a lot of them are like a vanilla smell, so it's something that I could use now. So that's what I'm going to do, and you can let me know if you think that that's very dodgy activity. I think how I'm going to choose, I know that I have 2 of the same Glossier twice here, so I'm going to take one of those. The other Glossiers I'm going to hold on to because I do enjoy these scents. And then which other ones should we take from here? We need 6. Oh yeah, here's 6. Let's take these 6. So I'm not really doing this in any particular way. I kind of just looking at the ones that have been a little bit used. There's a Valentino. Oh, actually maybe I would keep the Valentino. And I'm going to try these ones because I don't know these perfumes at all. I haven't used them. So I have 6, which I can't seem to hold up, of my not included quarantine perfumes, if you will. And I'm going to swap them, put them in my little container to start using. And I'm going to take the other 6 that have been counted, and I'm going to put them away in the not counted section. So the numbers stay the same, but we have something else to work on. And I'm going to, just take a random one of these. I think I'll just take this one. So now I have 2 that I'm working on. These ones are waiting. And then I have the 11 not counted for. So I don't know if that's really dodgy. But then I thought, why don't I do that with some other things? Because earlier in this month, I finished my serum. And then I thought, I'm going to start working on this serum because it is already open, even though it's not counted in my project pan because it came from the stuff that came from my friend. And I just started working on it, and I have been working on it. But what I thought I could do so that it does count is take the product, the serum that's sitting in my shop that is counted in the project pan, put it in the non-counted section so that then the progress I am making on this does count towards my project pan. I hope this makes sense. I hope it doesn't seem too illegal. And then I have these 4 serums that are still not counted. I'm going to keep them there because they're not this is like a moisturizing, more hyaluronic acid one, so it's kind of more like a direct swap. These are different serums, like a vitamin C and like other things. So I'm going to do that. And then the other thing I saw was that I have this moisturizer that's also in the uncounted things, and it is already open. I did use it when I was on holiday, and my friend had already used it as well. And I still have, I'm obviously at the moment now working on the little Neige moisturizer, but in my shop I still have at least 2. I mean, maybe 3. This was a gift, so I don't really know if it's for, it does say for face and body, but I don't know this product so much, so I'm more considering it a body cream until I try it. But these 2 are definitely for the face. And this one expires the 4th, 2027. This expires the 12th, 2027. So I thought what I'm going to do is do a direct swap for these 2, because then I have the open one as the one that I'm going to work on, and this one that is also still closed. As you can see, I'm going to put that away. So I don't know if that's kind of really dodgy to do, but to me it makes sense because I prefer to not waste stuff, and I'd rather use the things that are obviously open first than not. So now all of the numbers for the project pan stay exactly the same. I've just done like direct swaps for moisturizer and the perfumes so that I can continue to work through my project pan. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think, but that's what we have now decided to do. Now for all of the numbers. So I started off the project pan with 161 items. In the first month, I brought it down to 144. In the second month, we brought it to 136. And then in the last update, which was for 2 months, month 3 and 4, I brought it to 127. Now, for the last 2 months, I have used a total of 14 items up, which I'm very, very excited about. I did replace like a direct swap with my toothpaste. That seems to happen like every couple of updates. And that means that I technically then only have used like 113 because I brought 1 item in, which means 127 minus 13 gives me a total of 105 items left in my project pan. And also during this last 2 months, I did declutter the Dr. Jart toner that I've talked about before. I just haven't used it. I gave it to someone else. Hopefully they are enjoying it and getting some use out of it. And then another thing I did was that I have this palette that I sort of like depanned other palettes into and just kept the shades I wanted to. And I did that with a ColourPop palette, and I just took out 2 shades and put it in here. And I left the palette at school to see if anyone wanted it. And then I realized like a few weeks ago when I was backstage with my friend, she had that palette and she was using it, but she was obviously missing the 2 that I'd put in here. And I was just kind of like, I don't know, it's weird to like leave a palette half unfinished, even though I would have used those shades because I literally have only 3 mattes and everything else is shimmery, and those were matte shades. But anyway, I decided to just like put them in her palette at that moment because I had mine and she had hers, and I was like, okay, it just makes sense. And yeah, it doesn't really matter for me, and then it's 2 less things in the project pan and she can use them. So that means that I decluttered 3. So 105 minus another 3 gives me 102 items, which is super exciting. It means I am very close to hitting my under 100 goal, and I still see some cool areas where I can work with that and do that. And the one thing I didn't really show in the footage, which I keep forgetting, is like soap bar, because I will use up, I like share space with my housemate and we just like use through the soap as it goes, and then I like forget to like share that because it's a random bar of soap. But that's another thing that got used up in the last month. And yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. The one area that I am really struggling to make progress in is the nails. Like I keep forgetting to use the nail serum, and I don't really paint my nails very much, even though I have 6 shades. So yeah, I don't know, hopefully I can maybe do some this summer because I'm not in school, so I have a little bit more time to maybe paint my nails. But apart from that, that is where we are at. For the halfway point now, I am sitting at 102 items, which means obviously I'm going to meet my goal of getting under 100 for the year. It is slow but steady progress. I am really enjoying it. And the best thing about this challenge is the only thing up until now I have purchased is 3 toothpastes and 2 lip balms, and the toothpastes have only ever been like replacing the one that I have used. So it means that I've really been able to like keep my spending down. I haven't spent anything on cosmetics or makeup at all this year. So that is also a really amazing part of doing a challenge like this. And yeah, hopefully in the next couple of months I will be able to bring it down under that 100 mark, and then hopefully create what is really like my staple collection, or exactly what I need of toiletries, and not get any more during the process. And hopefully this challenge reminds me don't buy extra things you don't really need because it takes so long to use them up. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!